Hi, friend. It's Linslow by choice. I am happy you are here. I'm happy you chose to build with me today, and it's for a home for empty nesters. So, if you don't know what an empty nester is, basically, those are adults who have had children and they have since left their house. So, they're in college or they've just, taken the next step in adulthood and have left. So, this is for their home. Like they have their teenage rooms or their teenage children's rooms still there and everything, but they're redecorating, not necessarily remodeling the entire home, but just changing up the style of it from what it once was, which was filled with children and all of the things they need. So now it's like a little bit more on the elegant side, but they kept their bedroom. So that's exactly what an empty nester is if you don't know. So that is that. And we are getting right into the brunt of this home. We are getting into the bones of it. This is essentially what the outside looks like or the structure of the home. And I love this. I did get inspired by a home that I saw on, I think it was Pinterest, or I'm not sure, but I did get inspired by that, and that is exactly this. So essentially, I thought it would be something that, like, visitors could park their car right there and then walk down to the backyard. But then I was like, I could add an entire garage back there. So this could be like a additional parking space, not necessarily the parking space. You know what I mean? Like you can drive right into the garage as I'm building it right there. I definitely had to get out of the headspace of just putting a carport, because if you know me and you know my building style, I'm going to put a carport somewhere in this build. So I wanted to keep in that element but not really focus on it. So that's why we have this drive-in part. There are stairs right there, but I end up taking them out and it's just going to be a drivable kind of thing, if we could drive cars in the Sims 4. But that's neither here nor there. I'm putting in some of the windows here, and I end up going with white windows with black accents, and I mostly use the windows that we got with Seasons. You can see I just filtered for season windows, and so that's really what I go for. The landscaping on this is really structured. I don't really think it is like wild-ish, so I think they have someone come out, some gardener or a landscaper, to really maintain the flower beds that they have. And there are some planter boxes in the backyard. There's also a pool. There is a patio section where it has a barbecue grill and a patio table, and it's just like really cozy. Like it just is calm, and I feel like that's exactly what this family wanted. Like their children are gone, they want to relax, they're about to retire and everything. So I feel like they just wanted something a little bit more on the calmer side, and that's exactly what I wanted to go with here. And so, as you can see here, I started working on that patio section right there, and I wanted to bring over the carport element. It's not really a carport at all. It's just some kind of covering, but it's not even covering anything, because if it rains, you're still gonna get rained on. There's nothing covering any of that, but it just looks nice. So I wanted to add it over there. And so that is where the patio area is. Like that's where the barbecue area and everything. And I think it just like flows really great in the backyard. It's not huge at all. Like there's not a lot of green space. Most of it is a cement terrain paint. This is the one place where I thought I could build a flower bed, but I do end up opting to add in these flower boxes, and I think it just looks good. And it's another place where your Sims can just have a skill building item, because you can do fitness and swimming in the pool, you can do cooking with the the barbecue area, and there's just a bunch of seating area right here. And so you can also work on your charisma, things like that. And I love this garage. I ended up using the windows that came with Growing Together, and I always want the garage door to look something completely different than the garage itself, and so I used the siding from Growing Together as well. So that is what that looks like. I really love the landscaping on here. Again, I think they have a landscaper. I think they have somebody professional coming out, because they could, do it themselves, and they probably did, when they had children because they wanted to be outside and it was a way for them to be outside. But now they just want to enjoy what their home looks like. They want to enjoy the fruits of their labor and everything. So they just hire someone and they're like, I love what you're doing, keep doing it. And so that's my thought process with that. I add a chess table out here and then just a little, outdoor table. I love that plant so much and I haven't used it as much as I would like to, but I feel like it just worked for, just that patio setting. So the kitchen is fairly small, and by fairly, I mean probably the smallest kitchen I've done in a home this size. But I did want to go for something a little bit more classic when it came to the countertops and also the cabinets. So that's why I go with this darker kind of thing. And now that I'm looking at it, those countertops and the cabinets look two different colors, but that just might be what I'm looking at right now. And so the colors here are cream and a dark purple, and I love this too. I end up using a triangle kind of thing. It's not that one, there we go. So that is the swatch that I use it in. And then if you know another thing about me, I'm going to use the season drapes, and I had to use that. I feel like we definitely need more drapes in the game, and I feel like I would just love that so much. Like just custom, not even just custom drapes, but like classic drapes, black, white, gray, solid colors, things like that, because that would really help me. I'm always using that one, and so I feel like either we need more drapes or I need to think big. You know what I mean? So let me know if you use, a certain item that much, because I do. I use that item all the time. But this is my first time using that couch, and because they are empty nesters, I was like, they need to pick up a new skill. What could they pick up? Knitting. So I do add the knitting container little thing there. It's like more of a pouch than a container, and a ball of yarn. And then we move into furnishing. It's not really furnishing, but I do add in a beautiful dining table, some chairs, and the kitchen isn't that cluttered because, again, they don't really, I doubt they are here really that much. I really feel like they go out to eat, like they're just enjoying themselves and experiencing things. So that's what I thought. I didn't want to clutter it up too much, and I changed the swatch of that rug to be a white and cream. And so this is bedroom number 1, and this one is for their teenager that has since left, hence empty nester. And the colors in here are green, pink, and some hints of blue. And I love this. It is on the smaller side, so I do have to kind of push everything in. I didn't get to play test this one, so if anything, you might need to delete the chair to walk into the bathroom. But other than that, this is spacious, it is furnished, and I think it just works. I didn't want to put a lot of decoration in here, like a lot of clutter and everything, because they've moved out. This is just for when they come and do a stay over event or something similar to that. So that is what I thought here, and it's very it's very bright. So I wanted it to be not that cluttered because it's already very bright, you know what I mean? So I go from there, and then they also have an ensuite. So this is their ensuite bathroom, and it's just the shower, the standing shower. They have, the sink and toilet, and it is on a modern side. Every bathroom here is really updated, but not everything else. So I don't know what theme I really went for this, but I feel like if anything, they just renovated the bathrooms, and they'll get to everything else later, but for now I think they're okay. They're not really worried about taking on more projects. So that was bedroom number 1. Now we're moving on to bedroom number 2. It is smaller than the other one, but it is narrower than the other one as well. And so for this one, the colors are black and then purple, and I thought I was gonna go a different route with it and go take a music theme, but I wanted to stay in the athletic part of this. So I felt like this was their athletic child. They loved, basketball, soccer, things like that. So I added a little basketball there, and then there's going to be some jerseys on the wall over there, and there's a desk with a lamp, and not too much because, again, they already moved out and everything. This is just for when they come and visit, so they don't stay long, really. So that's that. Again, not a lot of clutter in there. The bathroom is smaller than the other bathroom, but it still has everything in. I did try to use that sink, but I do end up opting for a more modern sink. both for this bathroom and the bathrooms downstairs as well, because there is a half bathroom there. And then for this one, I thought it was just a recreation room. This was a movie room. Because the family room on the first level doesn't have a TV, I was like, they needed to have a TV at some point. So I added the TV here. There's a small little couch. There it is. It is not big at all because I did try to fit in the game table there, but it is functional and you can play games. You can also add the little gaming console. I didn't add it, but you can do that. Or you could just make it like a family-friendly movie thing. And I like it. I feel like it was perfect for when they had children because, they needed space to play. It could have been a children's playroom, if anything. So I feel like that was good. But now we're moving right into the mudroom. So this mudroom was definitely a little bit difficult for me because I wanted to add so much with so little space. You can see I put in these 2 chairs and a light, and I also had to have a little storage area where you can hang up your coats and everything. And then I had this other awkward little space, and I'm not really sure what I could have done with that, but I do end up adding a beautiful mirror and a little end table there, so you can just have a nice space to look into. And I figured the mudroom would have been cluttered with a lot of stuff coming from outside. You could add in like gardening tools and things like that. So we're finishing up the office area, and this is just a computer and just a little space for them to get some work done. And then this is the main bathroom, and I think this would be just for the parents. And so I wanted to add a little bit more personality into that one. And for this one, the colors end up being a rose gold kind of metal, and you can see I kind of did that for the nightstands. And this is a beautiful room, and I thought it was very peaceful and serene and perfect for a family that is just really accepting of this current phase in their life. Like, they're just like, I want all things peaceful. I don't want a lot of things going on, and I feel like this works perfectly. I love the way this room ends up turning out. There's not a lot of clutter, just enough to make it seem like there are some Sims that live here, and that's just the way they like it. They had so many years where they are just tailoring after their family. They have toys everywhere, and now they're just basking in what is right now, and I feel like they are just loving it. So adding in a few of finishing touches, that's flooring, walls, making the walls personal to the children that may have lived there. I end up adding these bar stools here, and I didn't want it to be cluttered in this kitchen, so I don't add a lot of things, but I did want it to look a little bit lived in. So if you do like this build, go ahead and let me know in the comments. If you want to download this, it's already up on the gallery, and I'm really proud to say that almost all of my builds are on the gallery. If you see it on the channel, it's probably on the gallery. And I am happy you are here with me. I'm happy you built this with me. I couldn't have done it without you. I really hope you have a great rest of your day. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever I post new videos, not just builds, but all videos. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.